it's Jamie at the Bead Gallery. Test my sound. In case you're watching in replay, I have a work assignment to do today. So I have my mag eyes, these handy dandy magnifiers. Look at that. I'm actually thinking about buying some new magnifiers so that I can make things bigger for you all, but I cannot believe it's been about a year and a half since COVID and about a year since I did my first live at home. When we closed the store, when COVID started, we closed our doors and decided to pivot. I know that oh so popular word, pivot, by doing live streams and tutorials and selling on live. This is like one of the first, this might be the first time I've been back on YouTube since. And by myself. As it kind of was by myself in the beginning. And today, no one's here at the store, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Howdy, Texas. Hi, Amy. So I thought I'd give it a shot today, going live and showing you a project that I'm working on and all the tips and tricks that I have about it. So my brother, my big brother, he lives in New York, and he asked me to do a donation for Womankind. It is a not-for-profit that supports women who need support in the cycle, leaving the cycle of abuse. And they're doing a fundraiser. So I thought I would make a Tahitian Pearl necklace. You know, there's something symbolic, I think, about gold, the gold energy. First of all, I'll talk about the chain and why I picked gold. I think this is really good, so I can infuse this piece with a lot of power as well as I talk out loud. So I'll talk to myself. So I picked gold because of its yang energy. Gold has a lot of outward power, a lot of expression. And I think that this is really good for empowerment to use gold. Self-expression, verbalizing, sharing what we're going through and feeling. So I'm going to put some gold. The Tahitian pearls, I love that each one is unique. Each one comes from one shell. Oh, I can show you what the shell looks like. I've been to Tahiti and got to dive around and look at pearls. And in this one shell, there's one pearl. One. So that's what makes it so amazing of a saltwater pearl versus like a Chinese freshwater pearl. These are one of a kind, and these are not colored. These are all natural. So I picked 3 different colors. I went for 3 stones for the whole mind, body, spirit, past, present, future. I felt like just having the 3, the trifecta, was very, very powerful in this necklace. If any of you have ever made jewelry before for a fundraiser, you might know how I feel, which is like, holy camoles, what do I make so that people can bid on it in a silent auction? Like, how do you know what's even popular or a great thing, right? So definitely not bracelets, unless it's an adjustable bracelet. So I have a finished chain. I think this is 18 inches. Yeah, and I'm going to cut it in the center. Make sure I didn't cut more than 1 link. Definitely go in and pull off any of the extra chain bits. If if it's not a clean cut, which evidently mine was not. Okay, so I have the 2 chain bits. I have the circle. I love using any kind of circle for symbolism. I think I like the idea that it's like everything is whole, comes back and around. We're constantly growing in cycles and circles. I'm going to join that like this. Then I am going to put these pearls here at the bottom. Now, before I do that, since I do have some of you here, a few friends, if you have any ideas of what stones would be empowering to put on this necklace, because I'd love to put a tiny stone here and here to join it. I mean, we can use color therapy, so we can put something orange for creativity, pink for love. I can put you know, it'd be nice, a black spinel, because then we can do something that is about protection. And I think that would be just so symbolic for this whole piece. So let's wrap a black spinel bead here and here, and then we'll put the pearls. I'll be right back. This might be nice. I'm not sure if it's too large. Maybe something a little smaller. What do you guys think? Something a little smaller? I'm not sure if you can hear me as I walk away, but what I was going to say is that as a jewelry designer, I'm really, really fortunate that I also own a bead store. I mean, it's so convenient when I do make jewelry that I have a whole store to choose from. I didn't ever think that I'd own a bead store. That was definitely not a life goal. I thought I was going to be a teacher when I was growing up. Then when I went to college, I majored in like women's studies and what else did I do? Japanese and history. That was my actual major, history. So I guess it all does relate to beads in a sense. I'm looking through all these teeny tiny beads to see what color would be nice. You know, a garnet might be actually nice too. Such a healing stone that I think the symbolism of using a garnet, smaller. All right, what do you think of, okay, I have 2 choices. You guys can help me make this beautiful fundraiser jewelry to make money for Womankind. Garnet is healing. I call it the neosporin of gems. So we could put a garnet bead, or we can use a smoky quartz, which is like the filtering of gemstones. Since it's a fundraiser, part of me wants to be very conservative and go with matchy-matchy, you know, something that's like doesn't have like that wow factor. It has more of that, I hope people bid on this and they can raise a lot of money for their organization. So that's the red, the garnet, the healer stone. Or I can put the smoky quartz, which is more of the filtering negative energy stone. The red pops more, definitely. Hi, Joy. Okay, Joy is my angel and my joy. So I am going to go with my angel Joy's advice and put the garnet. I know I'm so lucky that my brother asked me to do this, because normally I do not make jewelry. Okay, so tip number 1. Find what wire fits your chain hole. Now, when the chain has a double loop link at the bottom, and you can tell because rope chains will have a double loop, make sure you're going to go into both loops, because that's going to be a much stronger hold. So that's 26 gauge wire here, and I'm going to take the 24. The 24 is thicker. So let's see if 24 fits. When in doubt, go with the thicker of the two, especially when you have strangers who are going to buy your work, right? And they're 4,000 miles away. You don't want that to break. Okay, 24 gauge fits. So we're going to do 24 gauge wire. It fits in the chain hole. Now, does it fit in the beads? It does. And always test all your beads. In the years that we've had a bead store, I have multiple times sold things to people, tested one bead, and then forgot, or I'd be like, wait, don't go home. I have to test like the first 5 because, oh, look at that. It's tight. And these are 2 colors of garnets. Not all garnets always have multiple colors, but I tell you what, when it's on the lower end, you gotta double check. These are not like a Harry Winston garnet, so I'm gonna double check that. Oh, look, that one doesn't fit. That from the side, that they're 1 center drilled so it doesn't sit cuckoo, and 2, that they're cut from the same part of the stone, hopefully, so that they're both the same color. You know, from the top down, all the beads look the same. I think that's pretty similar. I'll show you my garnets up close. Can you see that? So that's what we're going to put on there. Okay. So it's kind of nice to just hang out with you all. And while we're doing this, please put all your loving energies into this piece along with me. So I'm going to do a tiny hole. As you don't want to make it so tiny though, because you don't want the chain to get stuck in it and get twisted and then it sticks out at a weird angle. I am going to shoot to get both of the chains in there. Huzzah! They're in. And yeah, the rope chain is a pretty tricky thing because it ends on, when you cut it, it ends like on a 2-1-2-1-2-1. So if you end on a 1 link, you might be tempted to put your chain in 1 link. Don't do that. Cut it again if you must so that the double link is exposed. Now to keep this tiny, I'm only doing 1.5 wraps. When you don't want the bead to be overwhelmed, you want to make the least amount of wraps as possible where it still holds. See if that will come into focus. I am flying solo today, so I don't have somebody to help me with the cameras or anything, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna make it. I'll put my hand under it. Don't know if you can see that, but you know what's more important than you seeing it is that you believe it and that you will also practice good habits when you make jewelry. All right, now we're gonna attach this to the ring. So the second loop that I make has to be a little bit larger. If you want to pay attention to the details, please make the loop on the chain side smaller and the loop on the ring side larger. So this is going to be just a little bit on the ring side. You don't want to make huge loops though, because then the ring is going to look like it wasn't made to fit your loop. So this is just things that I'm thinking about when I do jewelry making, fundraiser jewelry making. I have to say it's a little stressful. Because here I am making this and I'm thinking, oh my God, I hope someone buys this. I'm going to put it out for about $350 because these pearls, look how humongous these are. They're huge. This pearl is, this is like from my collection. This is a 12 millimeter, a 10 and an 8. And these are ones that I handpicked when I went to Tahiti. So I hope it goes for a lot of money for them. So I'm going to go 2.5 times on this side of the loop. I'm sure all of you out there are busy ladies. What does everyone here do? Who here is a busy lady? Busy ladies. Joy, you're very sweet to say that. You know, I did not know what to make, but I wanted it to be special and I wanted to honor such a wonderful organization as well that is supporting women who are trapped, you know, a lot of times in this cycle of abuse and fear and unable to get out of something. I mean, I am so blessed. I have such a strong family and strong circle of friends and a community. And I mean, we are fortunate, and it feels like such something I can do. Something I definitely can do is make some jewelry. Not to mention my older brother reminded me approximately 5 times while he is vacationing in Greece. My brother is an interior designer. He's so smart. He's like the smartest person I know. So he's also the bossiest, right? That is my older brother. Jarrett, I hope you're not watching while you are in Greece time. And I mean he's in Greece like the state of place, not as in the play. Of course, if he was here in the play, I hope he would be Danny Zuko. All right. Does everybody here love that movie Grease? Because I surely did. And I have to say that in my 7th grade, or was I maybe like 5th grade? I can't remember. But whatever I was at that age, when Olivia Newton-John came strutting her stuff in her high heels and her outfit, I was like, oh my God. That's the first time I felt like female power, right? Do your thing. Curl your hair. Do whatever it is that makes you feel good about yourself. I was like, holy smokes. That was like a heart-pounding moment growing up. I got chills, they're multiplying. Yeah, Joy. Do you sing the girl and the boy part? I wish I could play music while I'm on YouTube, but I'm so afraid, crazily, that they're going to just take down all my videos if I have any kind of music playing. Because I remember I used to get these notices and be like, we are not going to play your video because we recognize something in your background music. I'm like, what? Sometimes I'd be playing nothing. You usually sing it as a group. Right on. Okay, here it is. So here is the ring with the garnets. Beautiful healing stones. I could have put something like tourmalines, but I don't know. I just like the idea of it being approachable. The garnet has such a great feeling. This is a 24 gauge ball head pin. So it has a little ball at the end. I call these a Neiman Marcus of head pins since it's special. No. Well, I mean, like, here's something. If you guys want to be a part of my fundraiser, do you want the big bead, then the middle bead, and then the small bead, like so? So more of a icicle feeling. If you're wondering why I'm not using my sticky pad, it's because I have a photo layout on it. And until my branded ones come, then I'm going to do this. How's that? That's the icicle feeling. Or do you like the snowman? More traditional. I think a lot of people see that and they're like, yeah. And they're different colors. So the top one is purple. The middle one is like black. And the bottom one is like an olive green. So I pulled from my personal stash. The luster on them is beautiful. The nacre's super thick on these Tahitian pearls. I think whoever gets it will be happy. Okay, so I'll wait to hear as y'all help me if I go big to small or small to big. Choices. Like if it were for me, I tend to always go big to small. I love anything that comes to a point. I love things that are like pointy and stabby. I love unicorns. I love spears. I think it's just very empowering to have pointy objects around that remind you of protection, of just getting to the point, staying focused. Does anyone else out there love pointy things? If you're wondering too why you can't if you're trying to chat with me and it's not working, it's probably because you're not a subscriber. So hurry up and subscribe. Hit the like button, hit the bell, hit the subscribe, hit anything, and then you can put your 2 cents into this fundraiser for Womankind. And I wouldn't mind if all of you also Googled Womankind, one word as well. It's an organization in New York. So Lonnie says big to small. Amy says small to big. I just need one more vote and we will go. Joy, come on, throw your vote. All right. We have 2 for small to big. That's going to go this way. Oh no, we have 2 small to bigs and 2 big to smalls. We just need someone to break that tie. But what I will say is, because I use 24 gauge to wrap these in here, I will use 24 gauge to wrap these pieces as well. When I wrap these pieces, I mean, honestly, I could do a charm at the end, but I want the pearls to pop and I want those to be the important parts. So I'm going to just start wrapping while I wait to see if anybody else wants to put their 2 cents in. So I'm doing basic wire wrap. If you don't like a basic wire wrap or you don't want to do it, oh my gosh, please watch our YouTube video, because our YouTube video is, to me, pretty awesome. I love our technique. We've been teaching it for what'd you say, going on 24 years, 23 years. We are hitting our 24th year in business. When I was 26, that's when I decided to open a bead store. I never thought I'd be doing this. Ooh, okay. Should I put bead caps on these? Bead caps are like spacers that we can put on the top and bottom. Does anyone think that bead caps are a good idea? I don't have to do them on all 3. I could. What do you guys think? If it's a yes, I'm going to run out and get some. I'm going to get some. I'll show you. Okay, I'll be back. Joy, entertain everybody until I come back. Can you hear me in my slippers? Okay, what was the verdict on bead caps while I was gone? Joy, did you entertain everyone? So I have these. These are like tiny fluted ones. Super easy to use. Then I have, what else do I have? So many, so many. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know, maybe that's too fancy. You know, I just don't want to take away from the beautiful pearls. I'm going to see what the tiny bead caps look like, and let's go from there. I have these fluted bead caps in 4 sizes. Oh, you know what we could do? We could put bead caps on each one, right? And then, because I have sizes, we can make the sizes graduate for each pearl. Now that is pretty special. Okay, let's look at it first. So the smallest one, just give a little hint of gold. I'm going to wrap them separately so it dangles. So here's the smallest one with the bead cap. Okay, here would be the medium. Okay, and then let me put the large, and I'll put it up to the camera. And all of you, please, isn't that nice that we can give a group gift to support women? Hello, I love it. Okay, is the bead cap taking away from the pearl? I think it's taking away from the bottom one. It's like the gold is a little bit too much. Like, I don't know, it's making it look like a lot. But I could just put it on the top. I do like it on the small one on both sides. The medium one, I could do it on both sides. And then the bottom, I could just do it on one side. For that gold feel. Or no bead caps. Or just bead caps on the middle one. But then I think that your eye would just get stuck only on the middle one. Okay. Let's try that. So that's the middle, the small one. I'm going to put it on both sides on the middle, medium one. I'm going to put it on one side on the large, and then I'll show you all again. And you're welcome to join in at any time. I think this is a lovely group project to be involved in. Ooh, that's kind of nice where it's all stuck together too. Okay, small. Hello. Medium. And large. Okay, I am ready for your opinions. It's so cool to have this help, you guys. Or just on the tops of each one. So each one is like it's under its own shelter. Yeah, so no bottom one. So top, middle, and bottom. That's kind of neat. And again, that is symbolic. All of us sheltering each other, taking care of each other. Oh, I love putting this much thought into all my pieces. I love, love, love it. You know, this is an extension of my time. This is taking up part of my life. And of course, I want it to be meaningful. Even if not to the wearer, to myself. Oh my gosh, is that cool? Where it's just only on the tops of each. I'm kind of loving that. Joy, I'm loving that. Okay, we're going to do that. Now, what were we doing? Big to small or small to big? Joy was asking where everybody is from. We only know Texas so far. Yay, Texas. Where's everybody from? Go ahead, comment below. If you notice you can't comment, it means that you are not a subscriber, sir. So I activated it that as soon as you subscribe, you can start commenting. I mean, Facebook has these little rules, like you have to be a member for like a day, a week, 5 minutes, 1 minute. I just put, as long as you subscribe, you can comment. All right, I'm going to wrap it. And I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to trust myself. I have all these bead caps everywhere. It's like my bead caps exploded. I think I'm going to go small to big. Maybe big to small. One more time. Let me look. I'm going to go big to small. And can you guys guess why? Because, again, the symbolism of protecting each other, of the umbrella, right? Of the bigger, if you can, protect someone who can't protect themselves and then below. Okay, who loves that? That gave me goosebumps. Okay, here we go. I'm going to wrap it, and this necklace is almost done. I still have yet to photo shoot it on Sheila, who is my plastic model, and then send it in. So I've got to get that going. Las Vegas. Hi, Las Vegas. My best friend is in Colorado, and one day we're going to meet again. We had our 44th or 45th birthday together in Las Vegas. Lord, ladies, that was like 6 years ago. I miss her. My best friend and I have the same exact birthday, but as I've been saying for the last 35 years, I'm older by at least, how many hours am I older than her? I think 7 hours. So funny the things you think are important. Yeah, me being older by 7 hours. Now I'm like, who wants to be older by 7 hours? It's not that big a deal. I was 12. Hi, Karen Kellner in Maryland. Oh, do you guys like? Is that looking pretty? I think so. You know what I should do is also size down the wire wrap loops as I get smaller and smaller. So I'm going to deliberately do that. I'm going to make them about 1 millimeter smaller each time. So then everything starts to downsize visually as it gets smaller. If you don't have these cutters, these are some Lindstrom small cutters that cuts these tiny wires so nicely. This organization that I'm going to be raising money for is called Womankind, for domestic, anti-domestic violence against women, Womankind. And my brother supports that organization. And so he asked me, well, he's asked me, he's been a part of this, as well as my friend Janet, for years. And I don't think this is my first donation, but it's definitely my first that I've done on YouTube with y'all's help. And it's way more fun than doing it late at night in my bead room by myself. Full cheesy. The rodeo's gonna be in town. I've never been to a rodeo. I lived in Idaho when I was working on a campaign for, how long did I live in Idaho? 3-4 months. And I loved it. Loved it. I think I did go to a rodeo then. Hi, we have a friend in Guatemala. Ooh. Oh, this is gorgeous. Uh-oh. I was going to end it on a head pin. Should I put a tiny little charm at the bottom then? Why don't I see if I have something pokey like a spear? Something super protective. I'll be right back. I do. I am not saying goodbye. I'm saying adieu. These are tiny, tiny daggers. I love them. Love them so much. We had them in silver, so we plated them in 23 karat gold, and they are just gorgeous. My vendor said these were made as a mistake in Thailand when we got them. They normally don't make them this small, but I guess there was a miscommunication somewhere along the way, and so they were made exceedingly tiny. And when we're almost out, and it took like 3 years for us to run out of, like, I don't know, like thousands. And now that we're at the end of them, I was like, can you get more? He's like, no. He's like, that was a mistake. I was like, no, don't say that. Well, this just makes this piece all the more special. I want to see what 3 looks like, because we have the body, mind, spirit going on. The live, love, create, right? The whole number 3 thing. 3 is my favorite since I was young. I must be a cheater, though, because that's my mama's favorite, too. Every time we went to Las Vegas, yeah, I'm going to put 3. Sad news. I made the loop too small. So 3 of these will not fit. 1 will fit. Because remember I had that plan of making the loops graduated till they get smaller and smaller. Oh, I don't know. 1 is super cute too. Here, look at it with 1, everyone. Do I go for symbolism or the fact that the 1 just looks nice? Here's the 1. So much easier if you could just stand behind me and see it versus me fight the camera. Can you kind of see it with the 1? Oh, let me get back in the camera. And if I put 3, it would make more of a little cluster. I take suggestions. I definitely do. I will wait to hear what you all say I'll clean up my mess a little bit while I wait for some feedback. The one is best. Thank you, Sandy. You know, I certainly appreciate feedback when I'm beading. It's so helpful. All right, we're gonna go with the one. And of course, as soon as somebody says one, the next comment is, I like the cluster. One looks wimpy. Does it? And then one looks good. All right, ladies, you know what's so amazing about having a store this long is that it has taught me how to be open. It has taught me to accept so many ideas because it is amazing how many opinions there are. But you know what I teach everybody in the end? Trust yourself. Trust what you feel makes you happy, what makes you feel good inside, and what is an expression of what you're making. This is my expression of the embodiment of what I'm trying to say, which is this is about spirit. So I'm going to look at it again. I'm going to reframe from asking, bye-bye, Lonnie B. I'll take a picture of this I have to take a picture of this to submit it. So I'll show it to you later, okay? Let me see what the 3 would look like. Okay, I'm going to put 3, but guess what? I'm going to wrap this closed and I'm going to use a jump ring. You know why? Because if you put 3 rings, 1, 2, 3, it's not going to cluster well. It's just going to look kind of squished together on this thin wire. Maybe I should put 1 and then hang the other 2 on jump rings so that they hang a little bit longer. That would be so cool, right? Okay, hold on. Let me think about this. Let me think what will happen if I hang 2 and 1 longer in the center. That's nice. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 and then 1 in the center with a jump ring. Okay. That is going to be amazing. I don't mean to sound so dramatic with all of my gasping, but I really am thrilled when an idea works out. See if I can get 2 in this hole. Well, I can't. Either I rewrap it or I just continue. I'm going to continue because if you guys don't know me, then you probably don't know that what I adhere to is like making jewelry is like life. This is the path and you're on it. So sometimes you just got to see it through to completion. I am not a fan of redoing and redoing and redoing to perfection because I don't think life is like that. I think we get one shot at it. You mess up, you screw up, you just keep going and you just learn from it and you try not to do that again. Now, if something is really bad, you have to apologize and you have to fix it, right? But if you don't know, then you just keep going. But look, my loop was so small, my charm won't sit in there. So that just doesn't work. It's not even doable. It's not inspiring me to be creative. It just doesn't work. So I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to rewrap it again. And this time when I wrap it, I'm going to wrap it to fit all 3 and see what happens because I'll be able to see it. Pivot, my friends. Pivot. Kind of actually sick of that word. I've pivoted so much. I just want to punch myself in the head sometimes and just be like, I'm done. I'm so dizzy from pivoting. I need to slow down. I need to just stop moving for a second. Enough with the pivoting. And then another thing will happen and we'll say, holy smokes, we thought it was hard last week, but y'all feel like that? Please tell me some of the things you guys are experiencing. Give a sister some hope that that we're all going through something challenging, but we're all growing and finding that life, you know, it just keeps testing us and it's going to be better. It's going to be shinier. It's going to be brighter. This bottom loop that I'm about to make, I'm going to make it side to side. So that means that the three pieces, let's see. So the first set of loops is this way. The second set of loops is this way. The third set of loops is this way. That means that the bottom loop has to be at the opposite angle if I want the 3 drops to show. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Pivot! Yeah, who wants to be stagnant? Oh my God, even that word sounds horrible, Joy. Wants, like, dead fish. I pass. Okay, so Miss Smarty over here made her loop bigger. Now I'm gonna string on my charms. 1, 2, 3. I am also super hungry. What is everyone gonna have for dinner tonight? Although on the East Coast, I'm sure you guys are done eating already and thinking, what am I gonna get ready for bed? It's 5:45 here in Hawaii. So once I finish this, I have a couple more tasks to do for this fundraiser. Again, this is a fundraiser for Womankind, one word. I'll put it in the description later, so if you guys would all take a look at it and just let me know what you think, you know, of my necklace. I'll post this on my Bead Gallery Facebook page. I don't think YouTube has a place I can post things. Does it? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? Well, I'll put it on our Facebook page. If you want to come to our Facebook page and see what this beautiful necklace that we're doing collectively, I appreciate all you guys out there, collectively from us. And I'll put that in the description that we made this together. Isn't that awesome? Nothing better than a bunch of us getting together, powering up a piece for a fundraiser to support a group that is supporting women against any kind of violence, right? And this is our donation from us. I wish I could clap and you guys could hear. Hello, I can clap and you all can hear it. So hold on. I'm going to do that in just a second. As soon as I finish tucking in my last wire wrap. So thank you for being a part of this donation to all my friends, new friends as well. I'll put a picture in our Facebook page so you can see it. My little spears are in my way of me tucking down my last piece of wire. One moment. There, got it. Isn't it satisfying when you hear that little snipping sound? Yay! I feel pretty bad. I mean, in good. Look at that. From all of us, we're going to raise $350 for this organization, my friends. We're doing it. We are doing it. Go Team Rainbow. Thank you all for watching, keeping me company. I appreciate it so much. All the aloha from you all is going into this necklace that is going to be our donation. It is Tahitian pearls that I got in Tahiti. I didn't get them from the shelves myself, not this batch, although I do have a video that I made of me opening up one. And we will send this on its way to New York to Womankind. Again, go check out their website. I am in Honolulu, Hawaii. I am going to untangle this chain and I'm going to put this on Sheila and take her picture. Okay. I'll see y'all later. A hui ho and aloha. Hearts. Hearts. Love you.